Commanders versus Eagles in a rematch of the Thursday night game where the Eagles pretty much took control of the game with Saquon Barkley rushing almost for 200 yards, really about 150 yards, but two big gashes to seal the deal. This is going to be different. Now the Commanders have a week to prepare. The Eagles are looking very good coming off their big win against the Steelers. Commanders squeaking one out on the road against New Orleans. But I like the fact that the Commanders do have a week to prepare for this one. And now we know what we're going to get. You know you're going to get a heavy dose of Saquon Barkley as split safety, and now a heavy dose of A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith if you want to load up the box and try to stop Saquon. That's the double-edged sword that you're dealing with the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen can beat you with his arm. He can beat you with his legs. And most importantly, he can beat you handing the ball off to Saquon Barkley. And their offensive line's intact. Offensively, in a great place. But really what makes Philadelphia great as well is their defense. Their defense is playing extraordinary right now. Their front is stopping the run. They got good edge pressure. Their linebackers can run sideline to sideline. And, of course, their secondary with young Quinyon Mitchell and obviously the rest of the crew in the back there, they're doing a great job with big play Slay. So they really don't have any weaknesses on film. I really can't see any. Last time the Commanders only rushed for about 65 yards against them. B-Rob struggled. Jaden Daniels didn't get his legs going. I was hoping it was because maybe they're protecting him because of his rib. But I think for the Commanders to get going, we're going to have a heavy dose of some of the design quarterback runs and some of the RPOs and the zone reads that really make Jaden a tough guy to deal with offensively. And defensively, you know, Coach Quinn will have a plan. It's going to be tough to stop this Philadelphia Eagle offense. They just got to be ready for everything. But most importantly, they have to tackle well. They have to run to the football well and somehow figure out a way not to give up a big play. But I'll tell you what. Having Marshawn Lattimore back there to handle A.J. Brown and some of his big playability will help out a lot. Now I think Coach Quinn can be a little bit more aggressive stopping Saquon Barkley as they didn't have that in the first meeting. So I think we can load up the box, get Jeremy Chin in there and try to stop Saquon. And if they want to throw it against Marshawn Lattimore, good luck. The Saints didn't try him. I don't know if I'm sure the Eagles will with either Devontae or A.J., but that'll be the matchup to watch. Quinn trying to stop the run with an extra guy in the box, and then the one-on-ones against Marshawn Lattimore or St. Estrell or St. Juice, whoever else is out there. I think the biggest key for me is we got to try to stop Saquon somehow. Pittsburgh did a pretty good job. They're notoriously good against the run. And this is not Washington's forte, stop and run. They gave up, like I said, 145, 150 yards last time to Saquon with two huge hits. But trying to get them to throw the ball, when they do throw the ball, maybe Jade can be forced into making some mistakes. We get some pressure on them, force a turnover in that regard. So I think trying to get Marshawn Lattimore a pick, Jeremy Chin a pick, somebody a pick six or some kind of big play in a secondary, making them throw the ball by eliminating Saquon's big plays in the running game will be critical. And that's easier said than done. I get that. But I think the more time Jalen throws it, the better chance actually Washington has a chance to win. Getting Terry some more space is going to be critical. You know, he's going to go against two very good corners, one young one and one veteran. Whoever's going to be on him is going to be a tough task for Terry. You know, it's the other guys I'm worried about. Can De'Ami Brown do it with Noah Brown a little bit banged up? Obviously, Austin Eckler's been banged up. Anybody out of the backfield, can they come in and provide some relief working on the linebackers? Zach Ertz is banged up now, so who's it going to be? Can the rookie Ben Sinnott step up or John Bates step up at the tight end position? I think the lack of weapons really will hurt Washington. I think you'll see some two tight end sets with Ben Sinnott and Bates, and they'll try to hammer the football a little bit with Brian Robinson Jr., and then obviously Jaden running the football. But throwing the ball down the field, I think, is going to be a struggle. It's going to be tough because really it's the one-man show. De'Ami Brown's got to step up. OZ's got to step up somehow. Jameson Crowder had a couple catches, which was good. But it's going to be interesting to see what other commander will step up to provide some relief for Terry in the passing game. I think anytime you get a chance to make the Eagles one-dimensional, you got to do it. If not, they're a bear to stop. They really are. Their short yardage game is almost unstoppable with Saquon, and then you add the tush push to it. That's how they possess the ball so long. They get so many 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1s, tush push, first down. Clock just continues to tick. Steelers didn't get many opportunities all last week to try to get Russell going because the Eagles possess the football. I'm hoping that's what Washington can do a little bit. You know, it's going to be tough running the football at Jalen Carter and these big guys for Philadelphia, but they're going to have to come out of their stances and play hard and try to get the running game going to keep them off the bench and try to play a little reverse psychology, so to speak. But it's going to be tough. This is a very good Eagle team. They're where they are for a reason. They got the division pretty much on lockdown, and they're probably Super Bowl favorites coming out of the NFC, other than maybe Detroit. They're banged up. So that's going to be a great game. We got to rely on turnovers, a clean game as far as penalties are concerned. No turnovers on offense, create turnovers on defense, and obviously make a couple big plays. I think a win against the Philadelphia Eagles would be huge. I mean, obviously, you're talking about the best team in the NFL. When you play a team of this magnitude like the Philadelphia Eagles and you compete with them toe-to-toe and you get a victory, it just goes to show you your team that, hey, we can beat anybody on our schedule moving forward. And that's the attitude and the confidence you want your team to have going into the playoffs, whether you're a wild card team or a division winner. It doesn't matter. Once you're in the dance, it's all about confidence, your healthier football team, and how you can figure out ways to win at the end. And Commanders proved another way to win at the end. Stop a 2-point play on the last play of the game. Hey, you got to do it. So that's another way they figured out a way to win. 2 weeks ago, they just beat the hell out of the Titans. That's another way to win. But they're going to have to figure out a lot of things defensively to try to stop this Eagle offense, and obviously offensively to try to get some movement on this big defensive line for the Philadelphia Eagles. But getting a victory would be huge for the confidence.